Hey guys, welcome to Tips and Tricks. This is Viren here, and in this video we will talk about Lenovo Zuk 2 Plus and its functionalities or features. This is my video number 2 for quick checkout and unboxing. So I've used this phone a little over 2 months now, and I wanted to share the features and functionalities that it has so that you can make a decision if you want to buy this phone. So quickly, this is now very much active. It's the screen is not live, so they have this feature wherein you have to double tap the screen twice and it comes, it gets active. So the other thing, even when the phone is locked, you can still scroll up and you can select these options. You can select the internet or airplane mode or various widgets. So this is also something, even when the phone is locked, you can still get into this screen. Alright, so they have this fingerprint option. I've just set up the left hand. There you go. So we're into the phone now. So the main screen is horizontal, the usual stuff. But if you tap this application screen, the main application screen, when you go inside, this is all vertical. So let's talk about the features it has. I'll go to settings and we'll go one by one. I'm pretty sure that these are very standard, wireless LAN, Bluetooth, networks and data usage, etc. Now what's this U-Touch? So let me just tell you this U-Touch option. This basically is this particular screen where I had actually used my fingerprint. You can use this button. So there are two home buttons that you can use here, or kind of home buttons. Now the middle one, which is a round one, that is also a home button. But this button, the fingerprint button, I can use this and go one screen back. There you go. So it has come back here. So if I go to U-Touch, okay, if I want to come back, you can touch this. So that's the U-Touch functionality that they are talking about. Notifications and status bar is very much standard. If you go to quick switch panel, when they talk about quick switch panel, they are actually talking about from below. Now let me go to the home screen. From below, they are talking about this. This is the quick switch panel from where you can turn on the Bluetooth, hotspot, camera, and various options, flashlights, etc. So that's a quick switch panel. So and you already saw, even when the phone is locked, you can still bring it up if you want to. If you're getting a call, if you want to put the phone in silent, or if you want to turn on the location. So that's something good. I kind of liked it. Going back to settings. So we were here, and I had already told you can use this to go back one screen. So that was quick switch panel. Wallpaper, display brightness is not something, that's usual stuff. Now in sounds and vibration, I wanted to show you something. In the headset buttons calibration, if I go there, oops, what's happening? So if you see, they are talking about the plus and minus signs for the volume up and down, which is controlled from this side. But if you go down, there's an important thing here. iPhone headset is not supported by the calibration. So if you're using an iPhone headset, this volume buttons will not be adjusted or will not work with that particular headphone. Then what are the other things? Okay, so I guess we are done on this one. You already saw what fingerprint and passcode is. If you go here, if you have to set up a fingerprint, you have to ensure that you at least have a passcode, or in some other phones like Samsung, you have to use a pattern. Only then it will allow you to use the fingerprint, so that in case the fingerprint doesn't work, if you get some kind of cuts, you still get an option to get into the phone via the normal passcode or the pattern design button. Okay, going back, what are the other things? Security and privacy, it's regular stuff, not really something new. I go to advanced settings. What is something new? Oops, there's nothing new. Now camera. If I go to camera, I wanted to talk about this. If you go onto the top, it says resolution and quality. So now the rear camera is 13 megapixels and the front one is 8. And I have set the recording to HD. and the front one is HD by default. If I go to the back one, if you see, there's an option of UHD 4K recording, so you can select that as well, so that's something good. And if I go to the front one, the only option that you have is a full HD, that is 1080, or HD ready standard is what they call, that is 720 pixel. So once again, the storage in this is 64 GB, but that's something which you don't get, and let me just show you that. If I go to storage, so you see here, even though they talked about 64 GB, they are boasting of 64 GB. Total space is showing as 58.24 and the available is only 52.38. So out of 64, 60, almost 14 or 12 GBs are gone, used by the system and its applications. Still a lot of space, and in the amount of money, you get this phone with 4K recording and 64 GB, and you already saw some cool functionalities. This is a nice phone. However, I've still gone for another phone within 2 months, and the reason being, it kind of hangs. So this is the problem. Maybe they have a problem with the hardware, and the reason I say they have a problem with the hardware, because I have a couple of friends and they have a Lenovo and they have the same thing. What happens is this phone actually gets hanged and you don't see the screen at all. It turns off, and this small LED that you see here, it turns on, and then you have to power on the phone all over once again, which is kind of irritating. And lately it has started happening very often. So I thought, let me get this serviced and see what's happening. But still, in the long run, I don't want to keep this phone. So if my rating was for this phone was around for 3.5 to 4 on a scale of 5, looking at the features it goes to with the cost, that rating has gone down, because I feel if the hardware has a problem and if it keeps on hanging again and again, and that is not even a software problem, looks like a hardware problem, I would rate this phone only as a 2.5 or 3 or something on scale of 5. So really not that great, because now you're still getting other phones like Samsung J7 Prime, and that's what I've bought, and we'll talk about its review in my next video. We'll unbox it. So guys, thank you so much for staying. And maybe this is just my device that is exhibiting this kind of problem. But like I said, I asked a couple of friends and they said the same problem happened with them. So really not happy overall. Like I said, 2.5 or 3 on a scale of 5. So hope this review helps you to make a decision, if you want to go for this phone. Alright guys, thank you so much. See you in the next video.